meaningful occasion. And all week long, the football chatter has centred around this game and these talented teams. Which one will outwit the other in a packed and passionate stadium? So many questions to be answered on a day of destiny. Don't go anywhere. All the action coming up next.
Hello and welcome to the City Ground in Nottingham. I'm Guy Mowbray and the former England forward Sue Smith is with me for commentary.
Hello, welcome back to Armchair Armory, and first of all, apologies if I look like a Vulcan. I've just got out the bath, so my hair does look a bit like I look a bit like a Vulcan, and because I'm wearing glasses, my eyebrows are doing that as well. So yeah, apologies in advance for that. But yeah, we're here. Welcome back to Armchair Armory. And despite the fact that we have got back, I know it's been one game, but we've got back to winning ways, winning 5-0 against Crystal Palace last Saturday. Was it Saturday or Sunday? No, it was Saturday. It was the 12:30 kickoff, wasn't it? But we are now entering another hoodoo, another hurdle to climb. Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. But before I carry on, before I speak about my thoughts on the upcoming game, I just want to mention the breaking news that dropped earlier on today. I'm recording this on Friday the 26th of January, and the big news that is announced that sort of like shocked the footballing world is that Jurgen Klopp, after 8 years with Liverpool, is stepping down at the end of the season. It's pretty crazy. Like, I thought he was going to rival, managers like. I don't think. Let's put it out there. I don't think that any manager in this day and age will ever last as long as Sir Alex Ferguson or Arsene Wenger. I don't think that's ever going to happen. But I thought that like Klopp would at least be there for 10, 11 years. I thought he would be there for a long time. And from listening to his interview, it doesn't sound good. It sounds like he's got some kind of health problem or something like that that's causing him to slow down. Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, you never want to wish anyone bad or anything like that. And I think Klopp's been good for the Premier League anyway. I think he's been a breath of fresh air in terms of the kind of resurgence he's had under Liverpool and stuff like that. So it'll be sad to see him go, and it'll be weird as well because obviously we've had this rivalry between Pep Guardiola at Man City and him at Liverpool, and now that's going to be broken up and there's going to be a new era at Liverpool now. Probably one of Liverpool's best runs since I've been watching football anyway. It's probably been one of Liverpool's best runs since they were the dominant force in English football before the formation of the Premier League. So yeah, it'll be sad to see him go as a kind of neutral fan, but it means that now Liverpool will be going through a transition themselves, and it probably means that they won't be as they won't fire as much as they did under him. And it also explains why they're playing so well this season, why they seem to be going for the league, because the players probably knew before the club did, before the officials knew. And they're playing for him because they know this is his last season. It's like, yeah, let's win him another league. Let's do it again. But yeah, I wish him all the best. And I hope, he can feel proud of the stuff he's done for Liverpool. But anyway, I'm sitting here waxing lyrical about Liverpool when this is an Arsenal video. So, Nottingham Forest. At the moment, it's a black spot. It's a black spot on Arsenal in the past, 7, 8, 9 years. Every time we played them at the City Ground so far, we played them twice in the FA Cup in 2017, I believe. 2017, and then 2021. But lost both times in the third round. That was under Wenger. That was Wenger's last season. The first one, the famous 4-2, which I turned on the television because I was living in West London then. I'm no longer living in London. I'm obviously not going to say on the internet where I'm living. But I basically saw turned on the TV, and we had a small, my ex-wife at the time, or my wife at the time, and I had a very small flat in West London, and we had the main TV in the living room, and the living room was quite narrow anyway. But then we had another TV that we carried over from the previous place that we lived in. We carried that over, and that was in the bedroom. And I remember having to like cram into the bedroom, which was also quite tight, and like turn on the TV and be like, oh yeah, we might be like 2-0 up or something like that, and we were like 3-1 down to Nottingham Forest. Excuse me, and they were in the Championship at that time. So, but they were always one of those teams in the Championship that were always in and around the playoffs. They like, until they got into the playoffs, they were always like just outside of the playoffs, or like a point or two outside the playoffs. So the fact that they're back in the Premier League now is probably like it was a long time coming. They've changed manager, which is also a factor that sort of worries me a little bit. Obviously, they got rid of their long-term manager, Steve Cooper. They now have brought in Nuno Espirito Santo, who has got them playing quite well, actually, despite the fact that I don't think, as far as I'm aware, that I think they played a big team recently and they didn't win. Where are we? So yeah, I say that, but they're like flirting above the relegation zone at the moment. They're 3 points ahead of Everton in 17th. I will just share that. Yeah, they are currently. Yeah, they're currently 3 points clear of Everton. Everton have Fulham away, and yeah, so yeah, they had a small resurgence under Nuno Espirito Santo. You see here, they beat Newcastle away, and they beat Man United at home. But you know, I think they're still a beatable team. I'm aware of the fact that, you know, the recent form that we've had against them has not been the best. If I look at the stats, the head-to-head, so I think the last time we beat them at home was beat them at the City Ground. Was 1999, and that was obviously the last time they were during the last time that they were in the Premier League. I can't actually remember when they got relegated. So yeah, you know, there is something to be said about that. That like the last 3 times we played them, we've lost twice 1-0 and we lost 4-2, and 2 of those times were under Mikel Arteta. So it's not like you could sit here and say, oh, it was previous regimes and stuff like that. So this is going to be another hurdle to cross, because, as I say, we haven't won at the City Ground since 1999. So I actually don't know whether we played them in the FA Cup prior to when we lost to them under Wenger and all that. But yeah, I think we do need this. I think people can easily write off Palace and say, oh, well, it's Palace. But I mean, I got a tweet afterwards, or a post, whatever Elon Musk wants us to call it now. I got a post after a reply after the Palace game from a Palace fan who said to me, oh, well, that's us, Charity FC. And I can imagine that's a lot of what rival fans think. They probably think, oh, well, it's Palace are not very good at the moment. They play regressive football under Roy Hodgson. It's an easy win. So why are you running up and down and shouting to the hills about it? And it's like, well, if you look at our previous 5 games or 4 or 5 games, it has been, we couldn't buy a goal. So the fact that we've come back after this break and we've scored 5 in one game says everything, really. It shows that, like, we're going in the right direction. I'm not necessarily saying that the goal drought has been cured, because I think Nottingham Forest will be a much tougher opponent than Crystal Palace. But, you know, we're definitely going in the right direction. If we, you know, couldn't score a goal in 5 games or 5 or 6 games, or we only scored 1 goal in 5 games or something like that, and then we score 5 after the international break. So, as far as I'm concerned, like we're taking a step in the right direction, in my opinion. But this is a test. This is now a big test because it's a ground that we've not done well at over the last couple of years. You could say that was the final nail in the coffin of our title charge last season. And yeah, you could easily say that it was the final nail in the coffin. We lost 1-0. Didn't do anything in that game, and I think we've got to go and make a statement now. We've got to go there, a ground that we haven't done well at, and we've got to go there and we've got to win, in my opinion. Because up next is Liverpool. I think I said in the reaction to the Palace game, I said West Ham was after Forest, but I was wrong. It's Liverpool after that. And going back full circle to what I said about Jurgen Klopp, they'll definitely be up for it, you know. Again, it's a team that we don't usually do well against. I know last season we beat them at home, but yeah, it's not a team we've done well against in the past like 10, 12 years. But yeah, going back to Forest, I actually think we will win this game. I think it's going to be a tight one, so I'm going to say the old-fashioned 1-0 to the Arsenal. I think we'll just about do it. I can't see us running away with it because I know how Forest play, and especially under Nuno, they've got very quick wide players, and you know they've got poachers like Chris Wood and Taiwo Awoniyi. So yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily think that it's going to be that easy, but it'll be interesting to see whether Thomas Partey comes back in. You know, he's been rehabbing over an injury. He didn't go to the African Cup of Nations because of his injury. There's rumours that he's back now. There's been pictures of him first team training, so we might see him. We might see the Ødegaard, Rice, Partey, you know, pivot in midfield. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's my prediction. My prediction is 1-0 to the Arsenal. And yeah, that's all really. We'll just have to see how it goes. But I think it's important. If we do manage to win this, it's a big deal because, you know, we as I've repeated over and over again, we've not fared well at the City Ground for a while. Right, I'm going to leave it there. I will be back again after the game on Tuesday. So until then, as always, take care and stay safe.
Jesus. Oh, a great chance. Can he finish? Well, any chance has gone for now. We'll have a go here. And a really good bit of goalkeeping to keep that out. And the pass is incomplete. Nicely won. That's been viewed as a foul. A free kick's awarded.
Substitution for Arsenal. Coming off the pitch, number 19, Leandro Trossard. Coming onto the pitch, number 11, Gabriel Martinelli.
Oh, that's been won really smartly. Montiel. They're not getting close enough here. And the whistle goes. Free kick awarded. And that one is got away. No need to stop the play, on they go. And the work pays off as they get the ball back. That looks like a good advantage played. And this could be. And that's more than comfortable for the man in goal. Gabriel. Here's Zinchenko. And one section of the crowd here won't be happy with the score unless they can find a goal from somewhere.
Well, from an attacking perspective, this has been great to watch. They've moved the ball quickly.
Real opportunity. Oh, what a really good save that was. Smith Rowe. On to Odegaard. And a real sense of urgency here. Could they equalise from this? Jesus! It's there! Time running out, and they've got the goal that draws them level.
Well, if we watch this again, it's all about the run. You've got to question the defending, but I don't want to take anything away from his superb individual goal.
So they're back to being level as the game restarts. Dominguez. Now, if they score from this, they'll surely win the game. A chance to get in behind with that. Well, that's how to clear it. The effort shut out. Ibrahim Sangare. And the referee's whistle brings the game to an end.